Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and make that last recording be its own part. Because why not? It was almost an hour. And we shouldn't be too long with this one. Like I said, if I don't finish it now, I'll finish it when I'm back from the movies. Excuse me, sir. I'm just gonna teleport right past you. Also, shoot, actually, give me 1 second. Because I'm cleaning my coffee pot. Let me finally go fill it up with fresh water. Wait, I have negative 20 experience? Wait, I can go in the negative? I did not know that. I thought they would just cut you off. Alright, I'll be right. Give me like 1 quick second. Alright, we're gonna go see our waifu. Our undead waifu. Hold on, I'm just, looting. I'm a little loot goblin.
It's locked.
It's locked.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan?
Not so good fortune,
What
to be
is it,
honest.
my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
He did
Edgar
a no-no.
Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
He gave no heed to
Edgar
ethics.
gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test
Really
it.
debating if I
I
should
must
still kill
say,
one
I'm
more
shocked,
civilian.
Jonathan.
Or not really civilian,
Who
one of the
would have
criminals.
thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh, God.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Could have sworn this used to be a painting of him, unless that's later. So we need William Marshall's blood from Lord Redgrave, Jean Arthur's blood from McCullum, incense from the old morgue. Okay. Well, since we're already here, might as well go get Martian's blood.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall
Yeah, so I have to go all the way to
used when he fought the disaster. I know where to find what I need.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna go ahead and like run past some of these guys. I honestly don't know how much more blood I need. Because I want to kill these two. That should be enough, but I kind of don't want to overdo it. Because I want the specific ending, honestly. But it's fine. Because I never actually got the neutral ending. Because I've only seen the more somber bad ending. And I saw the good ending. And I never got through my one where I was like trying to go for more neutral. Or I'd never even seen the pure evil. I think I also tried to do pure evil, but I kind of just brushed it off later.
Whose blood should be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop.
Sir, you are not welcome.
Women die too in this war.
Dude, I like how it's like, sir, you're not welcome here. I will come back here, bitch.
You cannot forget his name.
You know what? Actually, real quick, let me go see the fortune teller. Because I think he's your... Oh, will this lead to... No, maybe not. But,
I cannot enter.
Wait, where does that go? Oh, wait, no, that's right. He's at the church. Right, I remember now. Because I think anytime you kill more people, he'll give you the hint of what your future holds. You know, I still haven't decided what I want to do for Sword Game. Like, I want to do...
I'm
Alien,
still persona non grata.
but part of me
in
is
the
also wanting to do
Ascalon
something
Club.
different, too.
If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
You cannot win this.
Whoa. Nice shot. Alright, the shotgun. Let's see how much damage this baby does. Oh yeah. Fuck. Oh, that was much quicker. Nice. Only 1 shilling though, what the fuck? Hey Redgrave, can I have some of William Marshall's blood? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Alright, well you stand there brooding. I'm gonna loot your shit. You don't really have anything to loot. Oh, I've already looted this room actually, I can tell.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose
that
I can
ego.
spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
At least he fucking listened. Alright, and now let's go forward.
Women of all countries unite!
Sir, you got any bullets?
Good. I may.
You do not, but I don't remember if I needed handles, that's why I bought the handles in case.
The equality between men and women!
Oh yeah, my house is just right here. Let me go update my gear. Oh, what's this? Oh, right. Yeah. Gotta make this. Honestly, you know what? Yeah, let's focus on more blood and decrease the stamina consumption of that. This does 20 still rather than, what was it? 7.5. Would have been like, what, 10? Yeah, so I mean, I think I'm fine with that. I just need 2 more sodium hydroxide. Damn, okay. Cool. Well, we're fully geared up. Actually, back up.
Jonathan, my dear.
Yeah, cool. Okay, go through there, and then we'll just push through Whitechapel. Yay.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
You distribute
Oh, you know
flowers at
what?
this hour of night.
I have an idea. It's just in my head. I wonder if Dorothy sells that, the upgrades I need. Because then I can still apply my pistol with that, hydroxide.
Welcome back.
Show me what.
She's not. Okay, figured I would check. Okay. Now, if I'm correct, yep, there he is. Harry's just chilling over here, begging for money. I do feel bad. I'm more pissed off at fucking that guy not letting the kid in. This way might be a little quicker.
You look so pale, my lord.
Okay, I was about to say, if another vampire decides to fucking stop me. So yeah, level 35 seems to be the max.
Steady, boys! You've got one of them here! Leech spotted!
Later.
Watch out!
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient for my recipe.
There he is. Oh yeah, look at that. The blood gain's so much better.
Good evening, Vampire Hunter.
Are you here to mock me, Reed?
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The Guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you... You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
Bro, to stop the disaster.
I have found the carrier, McCullum. The infection's source. It may be science or some supernatural power that's responsible for all this. But I will harness either or both to end the epidemic.
A vampire doctor. My God, you're a terrifying creature. Jonathan Emmett Reed.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Priwen. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire. And tore out my mother's throat.
How are you adapting to immortality?
I feel so powerful it gives me shivers. I could be the greatest vampire hunter ever. Your worst nightmare, in truth.
Will you leave the Guard now that you are what you are?
Are we not creatures of deceit? I could hide my nature from my men, or name a successor. Go my own way. I know not yet my path.
Will you hunt me down?
Not for now. But you had better behave, Doctor, or I may change my mind.
You know, I guess in the end, it is
Do
kind of
not
crazy that he's kind of right about that. Because he can most certainly hide the fact what he is. He could name a successor and leave. And truthfully, he could use the blood of, like, vampires to help him. Because as we already know, like, we can kind of sustain each other with our own blood in a sense. At least it seems like it. Hey, can I charge him? Oh no, but I can hold it. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so the blood's not a lot. Maybe I'll change it. I don't really need to have all the little blood. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Where are you all coming from?
The beast must die! No rest for the wicked!
Kill each other. Shit. That's the quickest way. There we go. Oh yeah, I mean I'm still getting more blood with still. Yeah, I think I might change my sword back up a bit. Bitch. Holy fuck.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Cross the leads, boys! The power
Later.
of
Ow.
Lord commands you!
Yeah, I'll head to the little morgue in a second. Need to rethink my equipment. Because honestly, the amount of blood I'm getting from the sword, it's hit and miss, really. Oh, whoops. Meant to do. Actually. That'll do, actually. I remember right, this leads back out there? Yeah.
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Wonder if that ginger ale might be cool. Well, I'm gonna use ice anyway. Chat, what should I make my next drink with the ginger ale? Should I use the vanilla Jim Beam or should I do vodka? Holy fuck! I forgot how many fucking vampire hunters come into this part of the game. Fucking hell. Oh fuck me, dude. Gun could be useful here. Ow. Oh, he had a range of response. I hate that so much.
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Vanilla? Alright, Moon. We gotta vote on the vanilla. Moon, how are you doing? How you doing, boo-boo? Okay. Let's I go to I'm trying to remember where the damn room is. I keep forgetting. It's not over here. Where part was it that we teleport to? I always hate that I know that there's quick access and I keep forgetting where to go. Ah, screw it. I'm stuck. Oh wait, so she's gonna be in the stocks, right? You know what? We're gonna go to the nearest hideout. This one up here.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Here we go. Time to go destroy the vampire epidemic. Dude, they kick in the music at just the right moment. Fuck, I'm lost.
It's locked. locked, all
Oh, are
right.
you fucking kidding me? For fuck's sake. Oh wait, no, I'm going the wrong way anyway. Oh, come on. I'm like right there, and I get where I'm going. Fuck you. Oh, there it is. Okay, and then... You are welcome, Moon. Oh, right. We can go through the dispensary. Everyone seems to be good. Sean is looking healthy as ever.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. Alright, here we go. Time to fight the big bad. This fight actually fucking sucks, I'm not gonna lie.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-1. No, not their style. Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
I believe this is the right trail. Whoever had the idea of letting you do that is so good. Aw, master.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
So, a fun little thing. Technically, like the way he says you're unprepared. Now I have no idea what happens when you kill everyone and get more powerful. I don't know if he does the same warning, but I like that this is kind of like a nice little hint in a way of like, are you sure you want to go through here, buddy? It's not gonna be easy.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really?
He's blood.
Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Basically, he chose him because he's a great physician and because of his blood transfusion technique. He was perfect.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the queen of blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan.
Morrigan.
She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then?
I love the writing in
Once
this
I've
game.
defeated this creature.
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
All right.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance.
This should be the shortcut to here. Yeah. Making sure that wasn't gonna like transition. I forgot where exactly? But this is here in case we have to back out and gear up. All right, do this.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? Nobody ever helped me.
Oh yeah, look at the damage. Okay, that doesn't count. I hate that fucking shit. That gas makes no sense. I love the music.
My poor baby! Where is she now?
Some blood. Wow. That blood shield is so OP. Oh my god, where are these fucking bots coming from? Twitch, you need to do a better job at this shit. It sucks too because I can't fucking pinpoint it. Oh shit. The Red Queen!
This anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely
how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Oh my god. Actually, I'm gonna use this, yeah. Oh my god, right. I think I just have to dodge, yeah.
Give me more! They are so young, so tasty!
Shit. Oh my god. I have no idea what that was, but that was close.
I will reap the land my feed me, among me their lives. Let the crop.
Shit. Wow. Fuck.
Feed your mother, child.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a lie sometimes, I swear. There we go. Hey, can I grab so much? Oh, right. You know what?
Give me more. They are so young, so tasty.
That is some bullshit. Shotgun for the win.
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
I rightfully don't understand how that works.
So it's over then,
Parry this, you
young
filthy
Recon.
Parry
You
this, you
have
filthy
put an
casual.
end to
Yep.
this terrible
Shotgun.
menace.
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suascal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other sewer skulls.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
I mean, that's
No,
still proof enough,
it's
like
not
he's
over.
not of, you know,
I may
noble
have
blood.
ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Let's see if I got the neutral ending. Because I'm pretty sure I had the slit eyes when I first played the
London
game.
has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Alright, this is gonna be very dialogue heavy, so just word of warning.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
I mean, for how old this fucking place is, too. How did he turn me into a vampire? That's what I still want to know.
My child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Okay.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered.
Yep.
Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her.
Oh no.
You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
True.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
And see, this makes me wonder, like he must have known about, like, I wonder if, no, wait, yeah, I think it would make sense that he created William. It would make sense. So that's why he most definitely probably went to Lord Redgrave and got the relic.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
In their leader, you now have a spy behind enemy lines. By guiding your progeny, you may yet protect your immortal friends for some time to come. If you dare.
I guess that makes sense, because I'm pretty sure that we can like control our creations.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
Oh boy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
I don't know how I feel on that.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son.
Oh yeah,
as
I was
is
right, yeah.
William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you should meet one night.
I feel like it's probably easy to pin down who it could be. Though I do like how he says he rarely does it anymore, which probably makes you wonder if at some point he's willing to just let the world burn.
So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
Well, 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 what do you
King
know?
Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Isn't it kind of interesting and ironic that the vampire hunters praise Arthur as one of the greatest knights ever, but yet he was actually a vampire the whole time, the thing that they hate? Drank his blood, but also didn't know, like, he failed.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now too?
Have I not already answered that question?
He's literally here just to say goodbye.
Speak clearly then. And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
It's locked. The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Would you like to look at this castle? Like I said, it's kind of disappointing they never looked into like a sequel. Or mainly like a prequel. I think it's very ripe for prequel material, but I don't think we'll ever see that. Which is kind of sad, because like I love the social deduction of this game and stuff like that. Like the whole, like, you know, your doctor investigating this whole disease and whatnot. I think it'd be really cool if they'd done like a more like, I mean, I guess you could still probably have like the question system and stuff like that, but it would be cool to play as like William Marshall and see like everything unfold. And like, you know, they could still definitely do like the same combat system in this, but you know, maybe improve it upon a little bit. But it would have been an interesting Souls-like kind of deal. a Sherlock spin-off. You know, a vampire Sherlock would be really interesting. Should just send a DM to Frogwares, be like, hey, have you guys thought about like a vampire-like spin-off of Sherlock? Personally, I'm really excited what they got going on with Sinking City.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume.
Because
She must be here somewhere.
the idea of that they're saying like now they're gonna make the investigation stuff optional is gonna be very interesting.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside. This castle is falling apart.
All we're now seeing is pretty much all the hidden lore, stuff like that.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
With all that armor and shit. There's a puzzle if I remember right.
This painting looks suspicious.
Now, okay, so moon and
A
sword.
sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
So if I'm correct, that's the painting of William Marshall fighting the Red Queen. It's mainly the Avatar, of course, not her for all that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like that would be cool to play like his point of view. It'd be really fun, I feel. It has to do with the night room. Maybe. Maybe not. Or was I looking for that stuff? I think I'm looking for something with both those. Oh, hey. It's a picture of me.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Let's see. For fuck's sake, I'm lost again. Back up? No, I'm pretty sure it's all inside. I don't think I have to go outside. Maybe I do. Go back outside. God, I'm so lost, dude. It's been so long. Oh, I can't go that way. Maybe it's not outside. Yeah, I think it's back inside. Ah! I don't remember. I think I remember being lost as well still. I was like, fuck, why does this not feel easy? Because that's the other side to unlock. The moon sword. I swear it was something to interact with. I thought it was the knight arm. I'll remember it. It will pop in my head eventually. Oh, wait. I'm remembering. Somewhere in here. Yes.
One last switch, and...
Where is it? There it is.
voila.
I've already read all that stuff before, but I would highly recommend anyone who plays this game read those books. So good. So much lore.
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this... really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
I'm only gonna ask specific questions, like we don't need to ask that one.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her
See,
future.
and now I'm worried because, like, I want to do the ending where I kill everyone. I do not even want to know what she would say, finding that out.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, and I'm sure it's going to say it later in and stuff, basically, he got corrupted during the fight with the maiden. But, of course, they'll explain how she was affected upon it, too.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon, who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Fair enough.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Almost completely forgot I had a coffee pot on and stuff like that. I gotta do one more cycle for it anyway, but I'll let it rest a second. I know his moon message me. Why didn't it pop? Oh, that's why it didn't pop up, because I reopened. That's right. That's why.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
Pretty quick.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I
mean,
know, Jonathan.
It'll be over until the Queen decides again.
Few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Look how old and decrepit he looks. I mean, I'm sure he was already that old. In terms of like the hair and
so
stuff.
William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The Tears of the Angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
There you go.
And did it work?
It all ties in, which is nice.
The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats.
Rats!
She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
God, look at him.
Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Makes me wonder, though, if he's ever really I'm sure he has fed on mostly like, you know, criminals and stuff, probably in his time.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Makes me wonder, like, if he, you know, like with The Witcher, when you see all the different kinds of vampires in that, I'm really wondering if he's saying something similar, but these are vampires that we have never seen because they are literally probably hiding.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth.
Fair enough.
He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it.
Dude, the guy who does William
It has
Marshall
been
is
part of
just
me for so long.
perfect. I really wish we
All
had
I
a game with him.
want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
That was a
What did you
long
do?
ass time
I
ago.
raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Damn.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
I believe that's where we found the one lady in the graveyard. Oh no, he said under the church, so probably be where the one dude is predicting.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
Yep, there you go. Pretty much he spent his whole time trying to make that antidote. But as we just learned, there's only enough for one.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long, as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time?
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father.
I was about to say, how did that kill him? But I probably thought to myself for a second, it could have had some silver on it. I think it works like
you
that.
Also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must, until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to starve for centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you?
We got it!
You really are ready to do this?
I love you, Elizabeth. I can do this. Please, stay with me.
I believe you. This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
Yay! So the only ending I've yet to see physically is the real bad ending. I've seen 3 out of the 4 then. Nice. Maybe I'll try the hard
One
mode for the
prayer
evil
for the
ending.
summoned called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path ye must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her
Like how it showed a
slumber,
bit of the future.
until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
And there you have it. Vampyr. Fucking great game. Annoying at times, I forgot, but still a great game. So, to quickly explain, kind of like, because it can still kind of feel a little confusing. Turn it down a bit. So, of course, if you killed no one, you've proven that you were definitely as strong as William, where you didn't feed on a single human being afterwards. And so, you then give the idea to go to America, which I can't remember much of that ending. I would have to replay it. But they go to America to discover how to cure her and everything. Especially because, like, they're in a whole other area and stuff like that. And I think there is vampires there, but I don't think it's, like, as bad as London. It's weird to explain. I can't remember. Like I said, I'd have to rewatch the ending and it would kind of explain it. But then the one I first got was more of the somber bad ending, where I've killed enough people where she kind of didn't believe me I wouldn't survive without feeding, because I kind of went a little power crazy. But it wasn't like too crazy. So then technically she dies, she throws herself into the flame, and you become like a sad murderer, basically. Like, you think you have no purpose in the world now, and all you do is feed while feeling depressed. And, you know, Murden then kind of is disappointed that that's what happened to you. And then if you go super ballistic, kill everything. Now, as far as I'm aware of, making hostile districts don't necessarily count. I am pretty sure it's only once you feast upon a number of people where you have alternate eyes. Because I believe the final stage of your eye color makes a difference. If you decide to do all that, from what I looked it up when I was looking it up that last few streams ago, it turns out not only it's like the same thing, but you're not a depressed murderer, you are a vicious murderer. You become just bloodthirsty vampire, and that is what you are. And Murden is actually very disappointed. Like, not just disappointed, he despises what you become. And that's what is still confusing on how the story works, is like, we now know that they're not necessarily gods. It's kind of weird, but it does seem like the Red Queen hates God himself. It seems like. And so, like I said, it's kind of weird. I would have to kind of like re-listen again to how it's kind of explained, because Murden is so fucking confusing. But yeah, basically it's like she does this whole vampiric thing to kind of spite God in a way. But then it also seems like her goal is to make the world suffer. And so Murden was born, like, I guess she birthed them in order to basically try to stop her. Like, to stop her from destroying everything. Like, his goal is to basically make sure, like, to find someone who's strong enough to counteract her. And pretty much then, you know, if they win, they've proven like she's done enough suffering and can go back to sleep. Whereas if they fail, the world then goes into... who knows exactly what the disaster is, but it will go on until she's satisfied, I guess. And then you wait till the next thing. So maybe she's diseased or something like that. Maybe... if he's saying King Arthur failed, then maybe around King Arthur's time, if there was any sort of disasters, that's kind of what it is then. But all we do know is that that's just her avatar, which means her physical form is asleep And so if she were to be released, it would be far worse, apparently. Which is still interesting, because it makes me wonder, what is she? She's obviously not blood then, if anything. Because he mentioned how she's just asleep still, and we fought her avatar, which means maybe she is a physical living creature, whereas Murden isn't. But it's still weird how Murden transforms you into a vampire, because he has to somehow physically transform. And that's what I don't understand as well. I feel like only vampires can see Murden, but mainly, you know, the creation, right? Like, only Jonathan can see him because of what he is, right? But it's still a little confusing how he infects him. Like, and so that's what I just don't understand, is how does he physically appear? He must, unless he's just an apparition, and, you know, kind of like how we see in films and stuff, like an apparition can still be a physical thing in a way. So I'm not sure on that. But I guess the other thing that I'm still very curious is that William, throughout history's, you know, stopped various things, right? But he's fought in the Red Queen once. But it makes me wonder, like, that threat that he fought... Because I am assuming, if you know, listening to it correctly, King Arthur was first before William, I think. Because he's... At least from the... Like I said, when listening, it's still kind of a little... I'm still a little lost, you know what I mean? Because I would probably have to look up the history of, like, all these famous people they're talking about to get the idea here. But, I would assume that the creature that he fought that was infected wasn't the same witch, which would have been the Red Queen. Because he mentioned that it was in Pudding Lane, and he locked up and burned the place down. So, whatever creature was in the church probably was just infected with the blood of hate. Like, maybe it was like someone who was attacked before or something like that. And then, of course, he was infected by it. To which then, of course, he infected Elizabeth. And then, you know, of course, as we learn from there on, like, he searched to figure out how to make a cure and everything, which was what we made to stave it off. Which makes you wonder, though, throughout this history of this endless game and stuff like that, how have all these people that have fought and potentially, you know, won, all we know is King Arthur was the only failure, how on earth have these people survived? How is it that William was really the first to be infected? And, well, not really the first to be infected, but in terms of the champions, right? To be infected. And then, of course, infected Elizabeth and had to go figure out how, if there was even a way to cure it, which we do now know there is. It's just weird. That's one thing I'm actually curious about, is how did the others survive? Hell, how did William survive when he first fought the Red Queen? That's actually one of the biggest questions. Like, did he actually fight without getting a single scratch on him? Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work like the way I think it is, because, like, you know, the way she was fighting and stuff, so maybe it's based off a bite still. Like, maybe that's how it fully transfers, not like an actual, like, say, scratch from, well, maybe from claws, too. Though I wouldn't think so. I think it has to be from the bite, right? So maybe in the end, whatever creature he fought that was infected got the best of him. So, either way, I still love this game. I really would love Don't Nod to make a sequel. Better yet, like a prequel. I would love to play William Marshall, like either when he fought the Red Queen, or hell, even if it's after. I don't know, like, it sounds interesting to have. God, I forgot this game came out in 2018, holy shit. But yeah, oh man. I really hope Don't Nod will come back to this game, but either way, I love this game. I recommend it for a lot of people. It's not great, you know, it has its problems, which we've seen, but overall, it's really good. I appreciate the support this game still had. I think this game got updated. I think it was 2019 it came out with the is it 2019 or during 2020? They announced the next gen kind of deal. Like, it seemed like for Series X and probably the PS5, it has a frame rate boost. Of course, we got the new difficulty modes. So there's easy and hard, which, I mean, personally, I don't think, let's double check. There's no New Game Plus, sadly, so you might as well just delete your save and stuff. But from what I understand... Oh yeah, see, there's no reward for finishing the mode without killing any citizens. So yeah, they at least punish you with that, which I do like. So, I would say story mode maybe in a sense is a way for you to practice, which is nice. But, yeah, no, like normal mode I think was still the best experience ever right there. And I think overall, if I had just killed maybe one or two more civilians, I probably would have been fine. Because I think you need to kill quite a bit to really, like, I don't think they would really, like, punish you with the ending I first got. Like, I'm pretty sure I killed quite a bit of people to get the ending I got. So we only killed, like, 3-ish or something like that. So I feel like if I'd killed at least, like, 2 more, we would have been fine. But it makes me wonder, like... Because normal mode, for sure, playing normal mode without killing people is hard because it's a matter of carefully considering your build, which would be healing, the shield, most definitely syringes are your best friend, bullets, and technically a wide variety of weapons. If you're going to do a no-kill run, you should most definitely have guns for one. I would say the stake is your best friend because the stake has a much faster, I think, frame rate versus the baton I noticed. You definitely want to use those. And then for weapons, personally, even though two-handed is probably your best friend, especially a bludgeon weapon, because you could do both damage and stun damage. I could say you could go with 3 things. You could most definitely get through with the saw at most, like any sort of weapon that causes bleed, especially so you can get some blood back. I think you could definitely manage that. But I think personally, at least 1 to 2. Two-handed's tough though, because you got to get really in the action and stuff. So maybe one-handed stun baton weapons would work for mix of stun and damage. But two-handed does better for both. So most people would recommend a two-handed weapon. But if you're definitely doing a no-kill run, you should most definitely focus on the cheap stuff. So get more health, more stamina, bullets, medicine. And then, of course, it seems like the matter is just learning how to fight. Your best bet is to learn the timing of everything, learn when it's safe to go for attacks. You shouldn't expect to use your blood a lot. It does seem like if you expect to use blood at all, you maybe probably should avoid leveling up your blood. And if anything, use like the blood, like you could still use a knife, I guess. Knife would still help you. But you should only really use your blood for healing and that's about it. Because you probably will use defense. I guess you could still get away with, of course they still give you an offensive choice because it's required. So I guess claws would probably be the best bet. Or maybe, no, blood spear would probably be the best bet. Blood spear because of the distance. Now fighting some enemies are still gonna be difficult, but I can't remember. It's a lot of work and prep to do for sure. As for hard mode, this is one I'm very curious how it would work, because your power as a vampire is tied to citizens you embrace. Everything hits harder and stuff. And experience points rewarded by killing enemies in combat are reduced, which is weird, because I think XP, I don't think it scales. I think the XP is flat based off enemies. So I think I would have to now pay attention to each enemy I kill. But I think if you're killing any sort of elites, like vampires, werewolves, volcoids, and maybe like some like the elite versions of pre-win guards, just give you better XP. I think. Now at this point I would have to replay and double check. But it makes me wonder then if in hard mode, when they're saying combat points are reduced, I'm wondering if that means, because we've seen like I would make what? After fighting like 5 enemies, we found out it was like what, 15 per kill? So, you know, like adding 15 per each of those and stuff like that. Makes you wonder if we're only going to get like 5. So even still, like, that's crazy. I don't think it's possible to beat hard mode without killing anyone. I would have to look it up though. But because your powers are tied to people, like the only thing you would level up in hard mode I think would be health and stuff. So yeah, I definitely want to try hard mode and probably go for like a more evil ending with that one maybe. And that's probably why they made that mode, is so that way you're kind of given more of a reason to kill. But you could still probably manage it, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I just want to enjoy talking about this game. But, for those watching the VOD, I hope you enjoyed. This game's great. I'd highly recommend it. If you don't want to get it at its full price, which I still think is like, I want to say it's at least 30 bucks, I think. I haven't checked in a while. But if anything, it's worth whatever its original price is at its current state. But if you find it for a deal, highly recommend it. It's a game worth playing. And you know, if you're not very good at the kind of combat it offers, I definitely would recommend story mode. I think it's a good way to practice, but I would highly recommend, at least if you do play this on easy, do another playthrough and play it on normal and really see the experience of this game. The thrill of having to really decide if you want to kill and stuff is so fun, especially because it's when you realize the moral dilemma that you're putting yourself in of you getting more powerful. Like, I like the idea that a lot of the criminals are your first excuse. It is. And I think that's how I started it off. Criminals are the best excuse at first. But then you think to yourself, you know, because, you know, the more XP you need, you might have to kill someone who's good, and then it gets tougher, and it's really fun. And honestly, with the people that we embraced, worth it. Fuck Clay. The pyromaniac priest, definitely fuck him. Harry's dad, that one's hard to say. I mean, now that I know that the store owner's even worse, I wonder what happens if I had to kill the store owner. Like, would Harry's dad be out of business or what? Like, there's so many different choices in this game, and that's what I love. Like, this came out, honestly, what's funny, even though this game has more of a Souls-like element to it, I guess you could probably narrow this down to a Souls-light, personally. This would be a true Souls-light game versus that Flintlock game. That game wasn't good, by the way. I wouldn't recommend Flintlock. I didn't bother playing through it more. It was so bad. More or less, like, I was bored of the combat, and it wasn't even good combat. But yeah, like, I could probably put this as a Souls-light, but this came out around, because Witcher 3 came out in 2016, and I think Blood and Wine, was it about 2017 that came out? Ironically enough, I think it was almost around the time Blood and Wine came out, this was coming about, but I can't remember. I would have to relook at the history of it, but I like how this game heavily reminds me a lot more of The Witcher in terms of choices. The social system and stuff like that is definitely more inspired by Vampire the Masquerade. I think this game was heavily, of course, inspired by that for sure. But I think The Witcher 3 may have also probably had a hand in its inspiration of RPG choices. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Like, it's funny because after playing Witcher 3, this game definitely, I think because of Witcher 3, it made me want to play this game more and stuff too, is because of how just heavy the choices are, and that's what I like about it. And I think that's another reason I think to also recommend The Witcher 3 to some people. Even if it's something you don't like in terms of gameplay, if you're a story person, it really is worth playing it. Because every little choice you make in that game, you may not think affects it, but it kind of does. Like, it will be mentioned. And that's really nice. Like, and that's why I think Baldur's Gate 3, I'm glad that game exists, because it might get people to play a game like this and stuff. Like, it feels good when developers make a game where they take the time to make every little decision matter that just much more. And it's so nice. It's so nice. Because that's how you get replayability. Not the slop that you'll see from, like, Ubisoft and shit like that. Like, true, meaningful replayability. Same with, like, say, the Persona games and stuff. That New Game Plus option is another way to make you replay the game. You replay the game with your gear and stuff like that, but you have way more choices you can do. It does suck that this game doesn't have a New Game Plus. I would love if this game, in my opinion, I think what they could do for a New Game Plus with this, if they ever were to somehow do that, would have been carry over your passives. Not all your passives, though. I would say only carry over, like, the more human aspect, like the syringes, the bullets, the health, and the stamina. I think you could for sure carry those over, but anything vampiric would be out of the question, right? But I can see that's kind of a false hope, because the health and stamina makes sense for being like it's more stronger and everything. So it does suck that there's no New Game Plus for it, but you know, because of how the game's difficulty is tied to killing, it helps make your build different, which is nice. Anyway, I realize I still had this going. So, for those watching the VOD, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in what I have planned next. Take care, and I hope you enjoy it.